Still trying to figure out how to find an excellent hearing healthcare provider who follows best practices when treating you with hearing aids? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain how I'm trying to solve this problem using the Dr. Cliff AuD Approved Provider Network. Coming up. Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And on this channel, I cover a bunch of hearing-related information to help make you a better informed consumer. So if you're into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. Success with hearing treatment depends on a lot more than just how good your hearing aids are. Ultimately, success depends on how well your hearing care professional fits and programs those devices based on your unique hearing loss characteristics and your specific needs. If you follow my Dr. Cliff AuD YouTube channel regularly, then you already know that there are more important factors than just hearing aids called best practices that will determine how much benefit you ultimately get from hearing treatment. You also already know that even the best hearing aids in the world cannot make up for a bad job of programming, care, and maintenance of those devices. You also know that I have very little tolerance when it comes to hearing healthcare providers who refuse to follow best practices when it comes to evaluating, prescribing, and fitting hearing aids, because this is precisely what they should be doing as a professional in the hearing healthcare industry. Fortunately, individuals just like yourself are starting to demand a higher quality of care from hearing care professionals, and you're starting to ask the right questions instead of just asking what the newest, latest, and greatest hearing aids are. The problem is, it is nearly impossible to find out if a hearing healthcare professional is going to be following these best practices, especially since all published industry data suggests that very few hearing healthcare providers actually perform best practices on a regular basis or even at all. This is exactly why I started the Dr. Cliff AuD Approved Provider Network. Instead of just telling you what things you need to look for to try to find a great hearing healthcare provider, I decided to do the hard work for you and start a network of hearing healthcare providers who follow best practices, not just some of the time, but all the time. Basically, I took all of the best practice guidelines from the Audiologic Management of Adult Hearing Impairment and created a series of best practice checklists, which are linked in the description of this video, and I also added some additional criteria to ensure that your best interests are priority number one. Not only do the hearing healthcare providers inside of the Dr. Cliff AuD Approved Provider Network have to follow best practices, but they also have to act as a fiduciary on your behalf to only act in your best interests. They also have to dispense more than just one brand of hearing aids to prevent manufacturer bias. They cannot dispense locked hearing aids, which would prevent you from taking those devices to another clinic if you so choose, and they have to send me calibration records of all of the equipment required to perform all of these best practices. Once completing my provider webinar and passing my exam with a score of 100%, each provider can then submit an application to gain entry into the network that will be personally reviewed by me to ensure that they meet all network requirements. And then, following an interview with me, I will make the determination whether or not I'd be comfortable of sending my own mother to them for treatment, and if the answer to that is yes, then I will allow them in the network. These providers will have to pay an annual fee to maintain membership, which will be used to create more informational videos on best practices for you guys. To find one of these approved providers near you who will provide you with the highest level of care possible, go to my website www.drcliffaud.com and click on the Find a Provider tab in the menu bar. This will bring up a provider locator map where you can search for a Dr. Cliff AuD approved provider in your area. New providers are being added each week, so if you don't find one in your area yet, check back often. Then print off the best practice checklist to take with you to your appointment. Each approved provider will check off each item on the checklist and sign it when completed with your appointment, giving you confidence that every best practice has been taken into account when treating you with your hearing aids. Even if you don't find a Dr. Cliff AuD approved provider near you, I still highly recommend that you print off the best practice checklists and take them with you to ensure that the hearing healthcare professional that you choose to see follows them to maximize your benefit with hearing aids. Ultimately, my goal is to help you find a great hearing healthcare provider near you who follows best practices so you can receive the treatment that you deserve. After all, if you're going to be spending your hard-earned money on hearing treatment, you might as well get what you pay for, since it is extremely possible that you could spend the same amount of money going to someone who doesn't follow best practices. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please share it. And if you want to see other videos just like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check out my website, drcliffaud.com.